Today, we shall see one more delightful Leela of Bhagwan, Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar. It's a very wonderful story. When you go through the details, you will see for yourself how wonderful it is. There was one Appanayangar, a long-term devotee of Bhagwan, who used to come often to Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar at Sannadi Street House. Even before that, when Swami used to go to Tapovanam, he had met him there. He continued to visit Bhagwan in Sannadi Street House. Appanayangar was a TTR, that is, Traveller's Ticket Examiner. And once he had come to the station called Vizhupuram around 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. His duty, the next duty would be only at 6 o'clock in the evening. That means nearly 11 hours, leisure hours for him. He thought he would rush to Tiruvannamalai, have darshan of Bhagwan quickly, and come back by 4:30. So he would be ready for his next train, which is one Rameshwaram passenger train. So he took a bus immediately, rushed to Yogi Ram Sarat Kumar Bhagwan, and Bhagwan welcomed him with a beautiful smile and made him sit in front of him. Bhagwan started to talk about a magazine that was in front of him. It's an ISKCON magazine. Swami started to tell him elaborately how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the movement in the first place and what ISKCON is doing, and their main purpose of life is Nama Smaran, Nama chanting, Nama Sankirtan, singing the name. And that is the easiest and the highest way to reach God, the fastest way to reach God also. After that, Swami inquired about his duties, everything. See, that was the time Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister of India, had declared emergency. And therefore, the rules were all very strict everywhere in all the government departments. People had to report to duty punctually. If there was any delay, they would be punished accordingly. And TTE had to be in uniform and be there on the platform at least half an hour before. So many things were set right because of these punishments. People were very regular in their work. So Swami was inquiring about his duty, his train timings, everything, and then finally asked him to open the magazine on any page and start reading. The page that he took had a complete description of the balance, the nature's balance, how the animal kingdom and the plant kingdom all very meticulously balanced. Like if there is no tiger to strike a deer and eat it up, there will be multiplication of this deers, and they in turn would start eating these plants and creepers, and if they are not enough because of the multiplication, they may even start eating the bark of a tree, and that would unsettle the balance. So God has not only created this world, He is also running the whole cosmos with such meticulous balance. So whatever God wills is perfect. whatever happens is perfect. And after that, Swami said, okay, you open on another page and start reading. Now this time, this page had a very interesting story. It talked about one Mr. Agarwal, who was also a TTE, a traveler's ticket examiner in the railways. Like Appana Iyengar, he had come by a train. He had just landed in Mathura, the land of Krishna. And his next duty was going to be only in the evening, about 6 o'clock. So he was a great Krishna Bhakta. Immediately, as soon as he stepped on this Mathura station, he was reminded of Vrindavan and the Krishna Leelas. And immediately, he wanted to rush to Vrindavan and join the Nama Sankirtan there. So immediately he pushed off, thinking that he would be back soon. But there, when we went to Vrindavan, he started to sing the name of Krishna and was soon lost in it completely. He was overwhelmed. And what was more, he had a very beautiful experience of the presence of Krishna, that he felt oneness with Krishna. He was completely intoxicated. He was singing and dancing and singing and dancing and did not know the passing of time. And finally, when he came back to this earth with a thud, he knew it was 7 o'clock, 1 hour after his train, which means his train would have landed there and pushed out. He wouldn't be able to report to duty in time. Now 1 hour passed. So immediately he rushed back to Mathura and then again went to the resting room of the guards and apologized profusely for being very late. The inspector was there, his higher officer was there, who said, "What are you saying? Are you joking? What? You came here 1 hour before, you reported after your duty. What is more, you see you have signed in the report, and see there, the first aid box with your name on it, you put it down there. What's happening to you? Now you act as though you had never been here before." And that's when Sri Agarwal ji realized that Bhagavan Krishna had taken his form and done his duty, played the role of Agarwal ji. He was overwhelmed once again, and not only he, all those people, the railway station, they came to know about it, and they were overwhelmed too. This was the story. When Sri Appana Iyengar read it out, he too was overwhelmed, but then he soon had a doubt, and he voiced it out also. He said, "Swami, such a Leela happened okay then, but now, in this emergency period, now this is Kali Yuga, and okay, and the way things are now, very different. Even now such Leelas can happen. That this should happen to Agarwal, I am not able to believe. These Leelas happen even now." Then Bhagavan said, "Why not? If you have absolute faith and complete, total surrender, these Leelas can happen even now." So Appana Iyengar was assured, and after that again they started to converse with each other, and Swami was telling him, talking to him so much. There was no food at all to eat, and there was not even water. They did not have any food, both of them, including Bhagavan. It was finally when Bhagavan asked him what the time was, he said 5 o'clock, which means 6 o'clock is his train, Rameshwaram passenger, where he has to report to duty. But it's already 5 o'clock, and by the time Swami said, "Oh, 5 o'clock, it's going to be late for you. Okay, this beggar is leaving you now." He dropped an apple to his hand, and then he came out to the doorstep until Appanayangar disappeared out of sight. At the end of the street, Swami was standing there on the top step of the house with both hands raised in benediction. When Appanayangar rushed to Viluppuram station, it was 6:45 already. So again he hastily went to the resting room of the guards. He saw his higher official there, Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram. He started to apologize profusely. He said, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what adjustments you have to make, but I can take a medical certificate and produce it. What have you done now in my absence? Did you arrange something?" Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram looked at him with surprise. He said, "Of course I know that Tapovanam is near and Tiruvannamalai Swami is near. So you would have rushed to your Swami. So I made some adjustment. I asked TTR Ratna Swami, who is already serving in Rameshwaram passenger. So when the train came here, I asked him to look after your coaches also. So you have lost nothing. Don't worry about it. I have made this adjustment. All you have to do now, Nellai Express will come. You get into the train and you come to Trichy, and Rameshwaram passenger will also come there, and then you can resume your duty there." So he was very happy. Appanayangar knew that Bhagavan had entered the mind of Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram, made him do all these adjustments without grumbling. He was very, very happy with the grace of Bhagavan. He got into Nellai Express, and just before that, Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram also added one thing. He said, "Look, my brother has sent a jackfruit from Pandruti. I will meet you in Tiruchi. I will also be boarding this train, but I'll have to travel in another coach. So you keep this jackfruit with you, you bring it over there and hand it over to me at Trichy." Now Appanayangar gladly took it and kept it with him. And when he reached Trichy station, he got down. And what was more, Rameshwaram passenger had also come, and TTR Ratna Swami also was there, and he also came to the station, to the platform. And Appanayangar saw Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram also true to his word. Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram told Appanayangar he would meet him at Trichy and collect this jackfruit. So Appanayangar rushed towards this Meenakshi Sundaram and said, "Here is your jackfruit. You can take it. And thanks for all those adjustments. Now Ratna Swami has come here." Meenakshi Sundaram, there was a very strange expression on Meenakshi Sundaram's face. He said, "Appan, what are you saying? I made adjustments for you. And jackfruit, what are you talking about?" I said, "Sir," Appanayangar said, "Sir, you only gave me this jackfruit and asked me to bring it to Trichy station. You said you would collect it. And it is you who asked Ratna Swami to look after my coaches also, so that I could do my duty in Rameshwaram passenger from now on." Meenakshi Sundaram said, "Sorry, Appan, I am on leave for the past 2 days. I never came to Viluppuram. I never saw you there. I am here in Trichy for the past 2 days. How can you say that I made all these adjustments for you? And that, what is more, I have no brother at all. And you are saying that I gave you jackfruit, saying that my brother has sent it." Appan said, No, sir, just see, Ratna Swami is here. You have signed the report, just see." And then Meenakshi Sundaram looked at the signature, it was his. Again he was wonderstruck, and he said, "Oh my God, now I understand. It is your Tiruvannamalai Swami, your Gurunath, who has played this Leela. He has done all this only for your sake. And now it was Appanayangar's turn to get shocked. He thought Swami had entered Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram's mind to make all those adjustments, but Swami had come in the form of Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram, had done all those adjustments himself, and what was more, he has sent a jackfruit also for Meenakshi Sundaram. Then Inspector Meenakshi Sundaram smiled and said, because he used my name, he used my signature, he has given this as his prasad to me. And laughed. Now all the three people in that instant realized the power of Bhagwan Yogiram Sarat Kumar and his delightful Leela. And what was more, Appanayangar said, afterwards, Meenakshi Sundaram, who used to be very harsh to his subordinates, changed. He began to be very reasonable and not so harsh to them. And Rattina Swami was a non-believer. He always said there is no God. And after this Leela, Rattina Swami changed completely. Just see one Leela of Bhagwan, how many changes take place, how many people get transformed, pushed towards God. And what a delightful Leela it is. For all the devotees of Krishna and for all the devotees of Yogiram Sarat Kumar, this is once again a confirmation, assurance that there is only one divine. And we shall now appeal to that divine